good evening. Today we are going to work groundwork. We're going to work on the guillotine choke, work on some core drills and maneuverability and everything. So I hope you guys are ready for a great class. Thank you for coming out tonight. Come to attention and bow and come to ready position, all right? So we're going to start just a little bit of standing up, just to get warm just a little bit. Go right into some shrimp drills. We haven't done those in a while, and I'll teach anybody who's new, who's not done it. We'll walk through and talk about how we can work on space accommodation and get right into our stuff for tonight, all right? So start with just some basic jumping jacks. Nice. And then turn them into the stomach jacks, so you bring them in and you get your stomach as you're going. Nice.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Nathan.
Hi, Ben. Hi, Nathan. Great to see you guys right off the bat. Turn it into punch jacks. I just want you to get moving some big muscles. As I said, I just want to do a little bit of warm-up standing and a stretch. Get right into things like shrimps and our groundwork.
Domenico. Hey, Domenico.
Hi, Domenico. Back to regular jumping jacks. Beautiful. Nice. All right, stand shoulder width apart. Straight down to the center.
Diana.
Hi, the Healing family. Good to see you guys. Stretch to one side. All right, so one of the big challenges this evening, especially on some of the things I want to work, like the shrimping, is going to be space. It's also going to be a lot of like your floor covering. Other side. With a nice solid floor like we have, shrimping is going to be super easy, whereas the knees are not going to be so forgiving for us. If you are on a carpet, you are going to have to be really good at getting everything out the ground at shrimp. So in some ways that's even better because it's going to have so much more friction. Got a little bit wider, deep horse stance. It really is going to make your shrimp good because you have to come off contact with that floor to move, since the rug will give you a lot of resistance. I'm going to do some things. We talked about this a little bit in class. There's a reason my mama didn't name me Grace. So having the nice big karate floor for things like shrimping is something I am thankful for. So I'm going to show you guys some of the things I do to take up a little bit less space. But
Hi, Rochelle.
hi, Rochelle and Lee. All right, guys, back up center. Stretch down the side again.
Hi, Drea.
Other side. All right, go ahead and sit down. Legs out. Hands straight up. Keep your back super straight. Stretch forward. So again, as I was saying, the biggest thing that's giving you concern for training something like shrimping at home, pick a side, is going to be space. But this is a great thing that you can work on that's going to be building on your stomach. When we go to the guillotine, other side, and put it into a flow where you can go into Kimura and guillotine and even a Kimura pass, that hip bump and bridge that we've worked so much is going to come in. So we're going to do a little bit of that tonight also. Bring both feet in, butterfly stretch. I'm really loving the Facebook Live. I love seeing all the people coming in that are jiu-jitsu, as well as our people who are taking advantage of this non-jiu-jitsu. I am sorry we aren't quite on the Zoom yet. We are working on that. One of the things I'm really excited about in getting into the Zoom is that I'll be able to see you guys. You guys will be able to interact a little bit more real live time. And I'm enjoying seeing everybody in the karate classes, so I'm looking forward to that. But don't hesitate to put comments on. This is one of the reasons Neil and I are taking turns, and we've worked that through. We've got this set up with the computer over here so that comments can be seen and we can talk about this. So if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We're going to talk about shrimping, all right? So for the people who are taking advantage of the jiu-jitsu classes who have not trained it very much, shrimping is how if somebody's on top of you. So I'm going to give Mr. Neil a little second while I start walking through the come around just to show, but it's how I'm going to move him while he's on top of me. So if he was in what's called a side control, which means he's going across my belly, a shrimp is going to allow me to exit out from where his arms are, because of course his arms are not as strong as the base he's got with his legs. So it's going to allow me to exit my body out this way. And obviously I don't just want to go up, I want to move so that if he comes back down, he's not on top of me. So when I shrimp, it looks like this, and you see, as we spin, see all this space that's in here. I want that to happen, all right? Thank you, Mr. Neal. All right, so we're going to work on a shrimp, and I'm going to go side to side to side so you guys can see it. If you have space on your floor, plus I don't want to take up where you guys can't see my camera anymore, but if you have space on your floor, I'd like to see you practice going up and down, doing 3 or 4 shrimps before you have to go the other way to get really comfortable with it. So, you're going to be flat on your back. Bring your heels as close to your butt as you can. And so very much like those bridges we did last week, I'm going to push my hips off the ground, but the key is I'm on this line. I want to bring my rear end to parallel to where my head is, and I want to make an L out of my body. So when I push out, my feet stayed where they were, and I've bent. See, so it looks like I've turned into a shrimp. So that's why they call it a shrimping motion. So I'm going to push with my feet. I'm going to turn towards my right, up onto my right foot, right shoulder, and bring my hips out. And I push with my hands also. So if I turn to go the opposite direction, now I'm going to come on left foot, left shoulder, push my hips out. And ideally, by straightening my legs all the way up and my feet having been all the way to my rear end, my rear end is now on the level where my head was. So I've opened a lot of space, all right? So we're going to roll onto our right side, shrimp. Reset, left side, shrimp. Reset, right side, shrimp. Left side, shrimp. Right side. Now if you were at home and you have the space, just go right, left, maybe go right, left. Use your space accordingly. I'm going to go left, right. You should actually be moving. I'm getting closer to my fireplace doing this. That's what you should be doing. You should have to kind of shift back towards where you started from time to time. One more time. Right, left. Beautiful. All right. Now, what did you say, Bocephus?
Bocephus.
All right. I want you guys to say hello to Bocephus. This is our partner for training at home alone. We wanted to make one to show you guys some of the things we're talking about. He is perfect for some of the groundwork that we're working on. Obviously not as ideal for things like the throws, but you can also, if you get one going, where you might want to do something where you might put a little bit of a frame in an arm or something if you just want to work on the body frame on doing some throw work at home. I'm going to do a guillotine choke on Bocephus. So I'm going to show you on Mr. Neal first. So just like we did on Monday. First we did a standing one. If we were standing, I'd take my hand that's on Neal's left lapel, slide it to his right shoulder, wrap all the way around, grab my hands, straighten my back up until he taps. So a couple of key things if you are doing a guillotine. Hands you want to hook like this. You don't want to enter like fingers. And yeah, they can get trapped and get caught in things like geese. And you get a better, stronger grip if you do something. You can go hands together, but normally when you slide in, you're going to come both palms facing the same way. It's very common in this kind of thing. Other things is the gi, especially when you're on the ground, does come into play. So when you actually are doing this, sorry Nathan, but I know this is our biggest issue. You have to kind of make a little bit of gap between your body and your opponent's body. So if we're in a guard position, me as the bottom person is the one who's going to be setting the guillotine, all right? So the first thing I want to do is get Neal's head where I can reach it. But the other thing I have to be conscious of is I want to control the space between us. So when I first come up to guillotine him, I want to have him high enough that he's not crushing me to the ground. So this isn't like he's literally just laying on me. I never get my hands in, right? I'm controlling all of this. So I pull him where I want him. I'm going to do a sit-up. Spin a little bit. Hop all the way over and wrap my arm, all right? So to practice this solely, we're going to do our sit-ups. So first and foremost, we've done this with partners as our warm-ups. you do have a practice dummy, then you can totally do this with your practice dummy, all right?
She's not talking about me. She's talking about the other dummy.
So I'm going to sit up and roll all the way around and then sit back down. And I'm going to go to the opposite side with my left. I'm going to roll across, back and forth, all right? So I want you guys to be working on those sit-ups. If you do have a partner, do this with your partner. You've seen Neil and me do this with our partner at home. Work on it with your partner. Don't actually set it. Just work on wrapping your arm around. Now your partner, your practice dummy's head, because these are multiple pillows, may slide out a little bit. You just kind of got to work with it. But go across and around and around. And just keep sitting up. If you don't have a practice dummy, that's all right. I just need you to work on coming up and wrapping your arm, and coming up and wrapping your arm. This is very much like our Kimura ones. If you have been working on the Kimura ones, of course, those are going to come up and sit straight across. Nice. Yep, his belt is down a little bit. It happens. Beautiful. Now, if you actually have a partner at home, another key to this is when you do your sit-up, you're going to use your legs a little bit. And your hips are going to come off the ground some. That's how I keep him from crushing me all the way down. So, I pull Neil into position. I sit up, my hips come with me. I actually come off the ground and wrap my arm around his neck. This allows me to drop my belly so I can slide my hand in and make a connection. So if I slide my arms right out, I made my grip. You do have to work around geese. So again, all right, now return the other direction. Okay, so I'm going to pull him where I want him. Sit up. I'm all the way chest against his arm. Wrap my arm around his neck. Drop my hips. That gives me the space. Slide my hand all the way through. Now I pull him down with me. Very important that I don't pull him down until my hands have made contact. Okay. So.
That's right.
After your partner steps on your hand.
Yay. Hey, Justin.
I want you to sit up, wrap all the way around. Drop your hips, make some space. You can bow your back a little bit if your hips are on the ground, but make some space, slide your other hand in, make connection, roll down. So remember how when we're standing, once I make the connection, I straighten my back. The roll down accomplishes that. So once you have that connection, you roll down and you're pulling your palm up along the line of your body, nice and straight, and they'll tap. With Bocephus. I'm holding onto one arm. Sit up, wrap all the way around. Make some space. Slide my hand in, roll back down. Tighten everything up. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You can do this to both sides. If you do have a homemade partner like this, I do it about 5 times the same side, then move to the other side and work on that. Now, if you are being guillotine choked, there are a couple of things that you're going to do to defend against this. So this is where we talked about our Kimura and our guillotine, all right? So, remember how I said I need to make space. If Neil knows I'm doing this, what he's going to do is he's going to take up all my space. He's going to close up that space. So I don't have the room to go ahead and choke him. So I'm going to do it on y'all's side first. You'll get the feel of what I'm trying to do. You won't see what he's doing. Then we'll go to my left-hand side next so that you can kind of see the impact from that direction also. We'll spin just a little bit. I know. So I'm going to come up, wrap all the way around, and see Neil's pushing in so I can't get my hand, and he's shoving me to the ground, all right? So, if I went to the other side and this accomplished, and he pushes in against me, what I'm going to do is attack this arm. I'm going to go for what's called the Kimura. We are going to spin, and I'm going to do it on this arm because that feels better arm. So if I was going around, I'm holding on to his right hand. I'm trying to Kimura him with my right hand. I come up and I start to wrap. He's pushing in. He's actually, you can kind of see me move on the floor a little bit. He's making me take up that space. So that opens up, that puts a gap in between his arms. So I'm holding onto his arm already. I bring my arm right across, come up underneath his elbow, grab my own wrist, and still lay back, only now with his arm. So this is a give and take. Sometimes if I want to set the Kimura, the arm bar, the udigarami, I'm going to try for the guillotine first. A lot of jiu-jitsu is about setting them up to give you the thing you actually want. So if I really want the guillotine, I'm going to go for the Kimura, and he's going to pull away a little bit and make some space, which then opens his neck up. So if I'm smart, as soon as he pulls a little bit, I just wrap around his neck and I set the guillotine. If I want the Kimura, I go for a guillotine, he pushes in, that opens the arm, I get the Kimura. All right? So if you're at home with a partner, I want you to see how easily they go between. Go for the guillotine, they'll tuck in, you'll go for the Kimura, the udigarami. We worked on the udigarami a couple weeks ago, I think, on video, but it is on video. We do have udigarami on video. All right?
Also, ukis, now is an excellent time to work on keeping your hips nice and wide and open. This is a really good time. Hopefully you got some knee pads. If not, get something, a couple of towels down or something, and get those hips open. But work on getting those hips open up.
A nice thing, if you don't have knee pads, you can take like a washcloth or a hand towel and fold it up and wear leggings and just slide it up underneath your leggings. Okay, so on my dummy.
Hey, Daniel.
Guillotine to Kimura, all right? I come up. Everything is predicated off the shoulder. That means I can go either direction. That's the beauty about this. So I come up. I wrap all the way around. If he pushes in against me, I'm going to hold on to the wrist. I trap that hand on the floor. My hand comes in between, and I wrap through the opening between my leg and their arm, and I come all the way around and grab my own wrist. And it really will bend this way because that's how you're bending the elbow. It's a natural bend. It's not uncomfortable yet. Then as I lie down, this is where it starts becoming uncomfortable. With my tackling dummy, I can bring it all the way to the head. That's what I'm trying to do to Neil's thumb. I want to see if he can slide his fingers through his hair. And it's not going to be comfortable for him, so he's going to tap. The final option of this Kimura, guillotine Kimura, is to turn this into a pass. So, if I stand up and I'm trying to get a guillotine and they brace against me, I can still hold on to the arm, keep control of the arm. I don't even have to set the Kimura. I just want to brace the arm in. This leg, my right leg, is going to push my hip up. Remember those bridges? And roll all the way over to a top mount. All right? So all those bridges we did last week on Friday. This is going to be that same thing, only now we're rolling straight sideways. I trapped an arm. I sat up to get a guillotine. They took it away from me. I braced the arm, push with my right leg, flip everything over, and I'm in a top mount, all right? So what this looks like on my partner.
What am I doing?
I'm doing a Kimura sweep. Do you want to do it to me?
Oh, it doesn't matter. You can do it to me.
Okay.
You just tell me where you want me. Okay. Most people like to see you beat me up more.
All right. Set for a guillotine. Pull Neil down. Go up. He braces in. I already have his arm. Remember how we said turn your fingers down? Same thing. I'll break his hand if he keeps his hand here. So he's going to wrap around my body. I'm going to hold on to his tricep and his arm. Brace with this leg, just like on our scissor sweep, so he can't splay out. And I'm going to push on the floor with my right leg, push up, and roll over, right into a top mount. All right? So it's all push, and I hop. Well, I just want, yep, one more time. Pull down, set up, grab, pop. So that's our next drill, is that hip hop, all right? So it's very similar to what we did on Friday, only I am rolling straight sideways. I'm going to to take this foot and push all the way over and then bring my leg. So I want everybody to do that. We're going to roll towards the camera. So in this case, I'm using my right arm. I brace with my left. I can push with this arm too, all right? So don't think you can't since this arm's on the ground. Push a little bit. This one's not doing anything. It's trapping their leg. So take your right leg, bring it right up close to your butt. Keep your left hand on the ground and pop your hips over. One more time. Pop. Now I'm going to do left. Trap with my right arm. Brace with my right leg. Sit up. Pop over. So your head has kind of led the flow in this since it's around their arm. And I just literally want to bring my body where my head is. I've set up to do a guillotine. Can't do it. Push with my left leg. All right, last with my tackling dummy.
Bo Cephas.
Bo Cephas. He's a little bit easier to move around than Neil is, so this is kind of fun.
He's been on that.
Yeah. He's got a thick neck, though. You know, those no-neck guys. Some of those Marines you guys might have been carrying around there, Mr. Daniel. All right, grab the arm. Sit up to get the guillotine. Brace everything all together. Hook the legs with my right leg. Push with my left, right on over. So it's not as much an up as we practice, but if you guys have done those hip thrusts that we've worked on for our bridges, this is going to work for the same thing. The concept I want you guys to get tonight, especially working with partners, is the feel that when you sit up to do this, you have all those options. So, one last time with partners, for everybody who has a partner at home. We're going to sit up. I'm going to take Neil. I'm going to sit up on his left, sit up on his right. If I can reach all the way straight down, I have an option to come to the arm. I have an option to go around the neck. That's where this sit-up is really, really, really important. If I'm lazy in my sit-up, I'm committed only to a Kimura. And I'm never going to get to his neck because I never even got above his shoulder. All right? So with a partner, make sure you come up over their shoulder. Practicing this alone, we're going to do like 2 minutes to end on a solid, 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 solid sit-up. Practicing this alone, you're going to brace underneath something if you need to, because you would have a partner to hold you. I need you to sit all the way up nice and high and angle around. My elbow has to at least go over my knee. My shoulders should be pretty much touching my knee. If you heard the bring your knee to your shoulder for side kicks, bring your shoulder to your knee for Kimuras and guillotines. All right, sit all the way up. Bring your shoulder to your opposite knee. What time are we at?
It's 23 minutes in.
Keep going.
I think we've been wrapping for about 25 minutes now.
Yep.
I'll let you know at 25.
Keep going back and forth.
Show doing it with the new feet again? Or no?
No. All right. Now, side away from what under your brace beneath. We're going to go right first. Sit up to your right. Plant your hand. Drop your right knee. Flip over. Slide your hips up. Sit up to your left. Plant your hand. Drop your leg. Flip over. Slide your hips up.
Nice, Miss Julie.
Sit up to your right, plant your hand, drop your leg, flip over, slide your hips out. Sit up to your left, plant your hand, drop your leg, flip over, slide your hips out.
Very nice.
One more time each side, guys. Sit up to your right, plant your hand, drop your leg, flip over, slide your hips out. Sit up to your left, plant your hand, drop your leg, flip over, slide your hips out. All right. Woo! If you're not sweating, you're a very good recognition because I'm pretty much dying after that. If you did all of that, you can do a Kimura, you can do a guillotine, you can flip your partner, all right?
You want to show a guillotine and Kimura from standing real quick?
Sure. All right. So Mr. Neal's going to show, again from standing, how to do this exact same thing. It works the same way. If we're in grip and he decides he wants to guillotine me, I'm going to push him and get really close to prevent him from being able to do it. So when he comes in, he's going to wrap around. I'm going to come into where he can't do my neck. So see how I've still got my arm? It works the same way. He's going to set that udigurami, and he's going to try to see if my thumb can touch my hair. So the option is always the same. If he goes for udigurami, a Kimura here, and I brace away to protect my arm, that opens my neck up. So he's always got that option to go between them. Anytime you're doing one, you should be thinking of the other. All right, so he goes to guillotine. I'm posting, get really tight. Now, for self-defense purposes, for you guys to really see how that works, because on the ground, everything's a little bit close and tight. When he goes to guillotine, I literally just shove my head right up against the meaty part of his shoulder blade there. That way, I've got my chin tucked. He will never get around my neck. But that does open the bend of my arm because I'm holding on to him. So to do that, I make the bend. So I am sacrificing. It's just what do I think I'm going to be better to defend against. I personally don't like to be choked. So it's pretty easy for real how it would probably go. Neil would go for a choke. I'm going to really defend against it, and he's going to end up going for the arm. All right? So, that's what we have tonight. We did our Osotogari on Monday. Friday, we have Marotogari. That is a two-leg sweep. That is super, super, super fun. We will have a lot of safety aspects, obviously, for training at home with that. Both for you as the Tori and for the Uki.
Deanna said she's sweating.
Yes, good, good. That means you worked hard. This is a big one, using those core muscles. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for coming out again. Come to attention. Bow. We will stay and watch for a few seconds if you guys have any questions. I hope you had a good time.